hey folks, something different for today. We're in my neighborhood on a property that was settled in the 1790s. This is where all their tailings got dumped. It was settled here because they were mining lead. Wow, I wonder how deep that is. Yes, colonial lead mines. I haven't hiked this area before, but I don't think it's too far off the road. So we're going to hit the woods, do some walking around, see what we can find. Didn't take very long. Followed this stone wall in, and we got a very large circular pool. Look at that, that's pretty cool. I can tell it has been dug out all the way around. Got some rhododendrons on the far side. Yeah, very cool. Look at that blue hue to it. Wow, I wonder how deep that is. Well, that's our first sign of human activity, and it didn't take very long. Now normally, when I'd be in a developed area like this, I would look at that rise and think, maybe a cellar hole. Let's go see if there's a dig out up there. Oh, for sure. So these all would have been pit mines, not what you would think of as the old miner 49er. These are hand dug, and then the material would have been brought elsewhere to be crushed, and then the lead ore separated. So we're just going to follow this footpath here. Probably doubles as a game trail. Stone wall to the right. Stacked stone. Yeah, seems to be a lot of scattered large stone around. What's that? That looks like a railroad bed. There weren't any railroads around here. Yeah, a lot of scattered stone around. Weird. Look at that crown. That really looks like an old railroad bed. But I know it's not. Not a natural formation. Oh. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that cool? So what I'm thinking is, this is where all their tailings got dumped. Wow. That's about 30 feet high, 12 feet wide at the crown, and it seems to stop and drop off about 30 feet in front of me. I just want to point out, all that leafy green that you see back there, those are all rhododendrons. And they are huge, got to be over 20 feet tall. And they're all ringing that blue pool we saw. And that's another view of the tailings pile. There we go. Another hole in the ground. Pretty cool that, you know, over 200 years ago, there were folks out here digging lead. Now, where I grew up in northern Vermont, there's lots of limestone quarries. This looks exactly the same, except tiny. You could barely fit a Volkswagen Bug in that. Let's turn on the detector. Maybe hit that area over there. See if we can find any remnants. So I've been chasing phantom signals. This whole area, I'm getting repeatable 40 to 45 solid tones. And I dig down, and then I hit the pilings rock, or the tailings rock. I've never, it's never happened before to me. So I have a wacky theory. I'll show you the hole. It's about a foot deep. That's a 42. So a 42. And is it possible, since they were mining lead around here, that the granite is so rich in lead, little veins and whatnot, that that's what I'm picking up? Because there ain't anything in that hole, and that rock is huge. My pinpoint pointer doesn't go very well through, big chunks of stone. So that's my hypothesis, is that I'm picking up the lead in the rock. Might make it difficult to find any relics around here. I'll give it another shot, though. If I was at a cellar hole, this would drive me crazy. Definitely strange ground conditions. So I dug 4 or 5 more holes, all the same thing, ranging up to about 52. All that nice, clean, mid-range tone. And that's my conclusion. You dig down to the rocks, and the rocks are what's signaling. It's not like a hot rock. I guess it is, but this is a nice, clean tone. You heard it. You saw the numbers. I guess it makes sense. They're mining they're mining ore here. So your guess is as good as mine. But that's going to do it for today. This was kind of a nice side journey. It's right down the road from my house, and I've been wanting to get here for a really long time. And now we did. Now we know what's here. Late 1700s, early 1800s, pit dug lead mine. Little addendum to our lead mine excursion. I found out a few things today that add some more information in history. It wasn't a lead mine. It was graphite, or the old sort of kooky term for it was plumbago. That's the colloquialism. Turns out people have been mining for graphite in my area since the Native American days, and then in colonial days they'd mine it to incorporate it into crucibles for silver casting and molds, and a reliable lubricant for clocks and wagon wheels. Also, it was used as a pigment for black stove paint. So there you go, a little bit more depth into our last adventure and a little more history. And again, as always, enjoy your Not Thursday.